back, YouTube. Today we're going to go through whether or not carbs are needed to build muscle mass. Don't forget, if you do enjoy the video, please drop a like, please drop a comment, especially if you've got any questions or anything you want me to go through, and please, if you haven't already, do subscribe. Okay, so when it comes to building muscle mass, I'm going to walk through whether or not you should be including carbs within your diet. Carbs for gaining muscle mass. Short answer, do you need them? No, you don't need carbohydrates to build muscle mass. Long answer, are carbs probably going to be favourable for building muscle mass? Yes, and let me walk you through exactly what I mean. So, obviously we're just talking about building muscle mass from a nutritional standpoint here, so we're assuming everything away from nutrition is on point. You know, from a training stimulus, progressive overload, recovery from a sleep perspective, stress management, all that stuff, good stuff is in place. We're obviously just talking about a nutritional standpoint. The most important thing you need to establish within your nutrition, and that is going to be the biggest thing that's going to contribute to adding muscle mass or not, is your energy balance. And that is, you need to be at least at maintenance intake. However, for optimal chances of building muscle mass, I would recommend going into a surplus. So a surplus being where you're taking in more food than you are expending. Obviously that is then going to put you in a great position to have excess energy, not only to go towards the recovery process, towards adding muscle mass, but also to help with training performance. Now, where you get the extra calories from to ensure you're in a calorie surplus, it's completely up to you, okay? So it's not that you necessarily need to get those extra calories from carbohydrates. It could be that you get them in through fats. And in a sense, really, if we're just focusing on making sure that this is met, going around that in a way that allows you to do it consistently is going to be the better option. And if that means, having a diet higher in fat intake, then so be it, if that's going to allow you to be in a calorie surplus consistently over time. So that's why the short answer to are carbs needed for muscle mass is no, because energy balance is key. You don't necessarily need carbohydrates to achieve the energy balance that we're looking for. However, carbohydrates do have some properties that are going to be beneficial for building muscle mass. So it has a couple of anabolic properties. Anabolic just basically means building. And they also have some anti-catabolic properties. Catabolic means break down. So, in a very general sense, carbohydrate has properties that are going to help the building of things. We're trying to build muscle mass. And they're also going to help of the breakdown of things. Now that's more important for when you go and try to lose body fat, you're in a deficit, you don't want to break down muscle mass. Carbohydrates are going to be important as well for that. But we're talking more about just the building of muscle mass here. We're not really bothered about fat loss. So we know that carbohydrates have anabolic properties because they have a direct influence on glycogen, insulin mediated pathways that directly impact anabolism. Okay, that's a bit complicated. We already know that. Basically, carbohydrates are going to be beneficial for the building of tissue. What you also have to take into account is carbohydrates are your body's primary fuel source, okay? Which then means when you go to training, they're going to be very beneficial for training performance. And we know that from a building muscle mass perspective, we want to make sure that the stimulus within our training performance is as good as it can be, okay? And therefore, carbohydrates are likely going to play a big part in that. In a nutshell, carbohydrates have anabolic properties which help the building of things, muscle, and they're going to help train performance. Okay, combine both those things. Like I said, make sure everything outside from this is in place. That is going to result in a very good chance of muscle mass. So there you have it, and hope that's helped. Are carbohydrates necessary for building muscle mass? No, they're not necessary for it. However, are they going to probably put you in the most optimal position for building muscle mass? Yes. So if you're looking for the best way of building muscle mass, would I suggest including carbohydrates within your nutrition? The answer would be yes. Hopefully this has helped. Again, if you do enjoy the video, if you did find it helpful, please do drop a like. If you have any questions on this, please do drop them in the comment section below. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. Take care, and I'll catch you on the next one.